Welcome to the Story Tinker Podcast, a place for in-depth analysis of webtoon stories. Co-hosted by sharp, witty, and dare I say, thirsty fans, we dive deep into every episode, analyzing character struggles, relationship development, and of course, theories. You can follow the Story Tinker on YouTube, podcast platforms, and social media. For bonus content, sneak peeks, and more, you can support the Story Tinker on Patreon. We are really appreciative of your likes, subscribes, and follows on all platforms. Thank you for listening to the Story Tinker, and let's get started.
Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 56 of the Purple Hyacinth on the Story Tinker. And today we have Bundin, Fwoot, and Emma.
Hi.
Hey.
This episode is titled Poor Peacock, and we will find out why.
Poor Peacock.
Moment of silence already.
Poor one
Alright.
for the homies. Okay.
So we start out with Lauren, who has just absconded into the Zen garden, which is full of sand, and will show her footprints. Uh-oh. So we have the security guard with his sunglasses in the middle of the night. Go figure. And to look intimidating. Oh, I have a true story, by the way, about sunglasses in the middle of the night. I'm from New York City, and my uncle once went on the subway at night, and there was a guy wearing sunglasses, and he was like, "Why are you wearing sunglasses? It's in the middle of the night, and it's the subway." And he's like, "When you're cool, the sun always shines on you."
You know, that is the exact person you find in the New York City subway. So like, I've met that person.
That guy sounds amazing.
He's just living his own life, you know.
Laugh from Coney Island. That whole thing. It's like that energy.
Yep. So there's the guy, and Lauren is panicking, and she turns around, and who does she see but this giant-eyed, curious peacock with great colors.
I swear that was like the scariest jump scare Purple Hyacinth has ever pulled. Like,
Yeah, no matter how many times I see it, it will still scare me because I'm not expecting it.
like I knew that this panel was gonna be here somewhere. I just didn't know where. And so when I scrolled down, I almost jumped. It's like, oh my god, like nothing. I don't think anything can compare to like this panel of Coco just like staring at Lauren, like eyes huge, pupils are super tiny. Like,
And everyone
imagine
always
me
like
going in blind.
I tell people that I get jump scared by webtoons all the time, and they don't believe me because like how it's a picture, but I can get jump scared by webtoons super easily.
Coco
believe
looks
that.
like a bald man in this, like with a mohawk.
You have a point.
Hilarious. It's very pretty. It's so funny because the peacock is very much not the Purple Hyacinth aesthetic, because it's blue and green and then like very vividly colored. It's not, Purple Hyacinth is usually very somber colored and scary and intense. And this is like, whoop,
It's just
awesome
this
colors.
bright ass bird that looks like terrifying. It just throw everything off, and the comedy of it just like popping up with no preamble is just the best.
Yeah, and it's the contrast that makes it so funny. So Lauren's like, she has to stop herself from like giving away her location with the gas. And Bella's like, ha ha ha, that girl sure is entertaining, which obviously is a nod to what is going on in the back. And she is panicking, like sweating. And then she's like, wait. She has an idea. And she looks at the stone. She has this smile, this half smile, which I feel like was pulled straight from Tim Sake's half smile. Right? He has a similar like grin like that. The peacock is trembling. Something's happening. There's you see Lauren's shadow with a rock, and you're like, oh my god, is she gonna like murder this peacock? But no.
The bird.
Right. She just throws a rock, and near the bushes where the guard is. The guard turns around while he's looking, and meanwhile, Lauren takes the opportunity to yeet the peacock out of there.
I was about to say it's a really well drawn peacock too. Like, it's very detailed for how like normally in like I feel like in her comedy panels, so it doesn't put in like a lot of detail and it's more just like facial expressions, but this is a very detailed peacock.
I don't think
I'm-
Soph drew this.
yeah,
I think one of her
I think-
assistants.
Oh
Yeah,
drew it.
right,
I was
she always
thinking-
gets her assistants to draw the animals.
I think she
Yeah.
put that like in the author's note that one of her assistants did Coco.
Right, I
Like,
forget that she always gets her assistants to draw the animals.
Yep. So I think it's hilarious. It's just like you see how the peacock is not moving. It's just like, and it's just funny. You know, he doesn't have any autonomy in the situation. He's just an immobile prop for Lauren's drama. I mean, his expression is completely like just the same because he hasn't get caught up with the situation. And you know, the guard hears a crunch, turns around, corner of his eye, and who does he shine his light on? Peacock. He's hiding behind this thing, you know, looking nervous and guilty, and obviously it's meant to throw the guard off of Lauren's tracks, literally. It's really funny.
Love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so comedic. You know, like it takes the position that normally like a guilty criminal would have, where he's like hiding behind it, and you know, now you're caught, but it's the peacock. So
And he's just like traumatized. Poor bird.
Yep. And Bella's like, hey, it's quite noisy back there. Is everything all right? And we get a close-up of the peacock. He's like, oh, it was just Coco. How many times have I told you not to ruin the Zen garden pattern, Coco? It's like, if you want a Zen garden pattern, don't also put a peacock. Like peacocks are known to just walk all over the place. I don't know who put these two elements
Peacocks are
together.
mean.
how do they get
Oh.
a peacock here? Like, if this is,
Rich
I mean, I
people.
guess, yeah. But like, imagine like the lengths that they would have gone to get a peacock in
Right? Like it's early, it's
basically
like
London.
the time period, like as well.
You'd be surprised actually. A lot of people began importing like exotic
Yeah.
animals into Europe in like well into like the 1800s even. So like
Yeah, because
it's
it's
not
not like,
surprising that they
that's
have
what
one.
I'm
It's
thinking
just
about.
like logistics.
but it's
Oh.
kind of like, you know, Coco had to go through so much just to get here, like, you know, stolen from his home, put into the Zen garden, and then blamed for this random lady ruining the Zen pattern. You know, like Coco cannot get a break.
Interesting. I didn't know peacocks actually did originate from Asia. They're believed to have originated in Asia. I guess that's why
They're the
they're there.
national bird of India. That's why this
Right.
mandala pattern is peacock feathers actually behind me.
Nice.
Yeah,
Pretty.
so it's a very common motif in India.
That's pretty. I think peacocks their coloring is literally my favorite colors are all peacock colors. They're just beyond stunning. So yeah. Anyway, so he's like, it was just a peacock. I'm going back to my post. And you know, he shuts the door and the peacock is looking at Lauren with this accusatory look in its eyes. It's trembling, it's tearing up. It's like, how could you do this to me? And she's like,
I believe you've done this.
and she gives it a bow. Also very, I guess, appropriate for the Asian garden. So cute. And now we see an aerial view. It's a very pretty garden, which once again I am admiring. And she's like, oh, Bella continues her conversation with Tim's sake. So I take it she didn't get any evidence. And Tim's like, she couldn't get it even if she tried.
That is the canon Tim Sake voice.
Like the 60s sounding villain.
Is Briar with the Chicago accent for Tim's sake is the best thing. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, he's boastful, petulant. Like, I drugged the ex-wife, got her prints on the knife, and hid it in her bedroom after I was done. The evidence was irrefutable. It's like, I think like he feels like the word is too big for him, so he has to break it up just in case he, you know, so he doesn't get it wrong. And Lauren, meanwhile, hopping over to get closer. And he's like, asshole, can't believe I got so close but never caught him. That poor woman shouldn't be in jail, which I'm so happy that Lauren, you know, does have this sense of justice. She wants to make sure that, you know, innocent people are not in jail. So I'm very happy. I love Lauren's character. I'm happy that she is concerned with that.
Kind of funny to me that they censor asshole, but then, you know, the further you get into the series, like the less
I know,
censored
you can
everything
see, Soap just not caring as like the further she gets into the series. I think that
Yeah.
I did with some people, we did a swear words check, and funny enough, I think that Will came out on top.
Yes, he did.
Which is
tallied the
hilarious
number
to
of
me.
F-words that he says, trying to not curse as much on
Wow.
here, though I have before. But it's like, yeah, he topped the list for the longest time for like most curse words. It's like, oh, you poor repressed boy.
It's kind of hilarious to me because like I would think that it would be like Kim, but no.
Very
Like,
impressed.
I would
Yeah.
expect, you know, I'd
Surprised.
expect Will to kind of be like, you know, Captain America from Marvel, where whenever someone drops a swear in the office, he's like, language.
No, he's Captain America by the time it's like Endgame, and he's like, son of a bitch. Right?
I think that he would say that, and then also continue to say those words himself. I think that he
True
also say that to
hypocrite of
Kim.
PH.
Right. Yeah. Well, I can hear that. Good people do that. Yeah. And Bella's like, not too bad for an amateur. Well, I wouldn't brag about it. If that cop was smart enough to discover your exclusive hobby, unraveling your little ploy doesn't seem like much of a stretch. Especially if you keep spoon feeding her clues like you did about Annandale. Like, I barely said anything. She already knew our getaway driver could use their family car. I'd be more worried about how she learned about that.
I can tell your opinions on the characters just by how you are saying their lines.
Him with the Eric Cartman voice.
And yes, we learned some interesting information now. Bella says he went silent last year. Do you think she's been in contact with him or with the other passengers? Okay. He says, I think so. There are only 2 Phantom Scythe members in there besides me, Robin Delaney and the driver. So yes, this is what we learned. He says Robin was eliminated. So only the driver could, the driver's the only one who could have told the tale. And Lauren's like, what? The driver? How could he? Because she has known that the driver died in the car crash with her parents. Boom, boom.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm thinking right now, like, we already know this, like, Robin Delaney stuff, but like earlier this year, I had a theory that was like, hey, yo, what if like Bella was one of the car kids, you know? And it's like, she definitely was involved with the PS, but maybe like she tried to escape at some point and then got kidnapped back. Because like the way that she's talking about the driver, to me, it kind of seems like she knows him to some extent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
Well, remember,
This
the
is
driver
rough.
was a PS member, though, wasn't he? Right, like in the organization, and they just said he went
Yes.
silent last year,
Mhm.
so they could have met.
Yeah.
Possible, yeah, it's
Kinda better,
possible that Bella
but-
decided to just like, knowing her, she is the type of person that will kill without getting ordered for it. It's possible that she's the type of person that will just like, not entirely like revenge, but will get back at him for, you know, taking her there.
No, but it's like the Bella saying, especially if you keep spoon feeding her clues about like you did about Allendale. And Steak says, I barely said anything. She already knew our getaway driver used their family car. So it could just be like Steak is talking about like himself and Robin Delaney, but maybe, you know, if it is revealed that Bella was a car kid, when you go back to read this, you'll realize that he's also referring to Bella as well.
That's a good one. Yeah. I know. But yeah, I mean, Sopha's definitely and F are definitely emphasizing the fact that there were other passengers, not just the members, because he says there were only 2 Phantom Scythe members there beside me, meaning there were other people in the car who were not Phantom Scythe members. So she's dropping the clues.
So there were only 2 Phantom Scythe members, and they're besides me, Robin Delaney, and the driver. Those are the 2 Phantom Scythe people. The rest are presumably the kids that Sig was talking about in episode 48.
So Lauren's like, oh my gosh, right? Getting all this info. And she said, interesting. You might want to figure out a way to get rid of him before you become the APD center of attention again. And he says, I'll take care of that cop first. She's fun to mess with, but she's annoying me. I was like, oh, great. Isn't it always lovely to hear, you know, plans to kill you?
Yeah.
This
Okay. This time.
Also, because we know what happens between Sig and Bella in the future, and you know, he's telling Bella what he already plans to do. And you know, there's that theory that someone in the PS is trying to protect Lauren. You know, what if like she told that person and that person told Bella to kill Sig, so next time that they saw each other, you know, slice.
Well, we had in like a couple, I don't know, one of the recent episodes where she met with a messenger, and he told her like to basically kill Steak. She's like, oh, I'm concerned Steak is, you know, rattling his mouth off, and he says, you know what to do. So it's basically directed to kill him because she talks about Sinclair, and he's like, oh, this might indeed become problematic, and then you know what to do. So that would tie in very nicely with the, you know, Lauren protection thing. So she's like, haha, wonderful, you're such a smart boy to me, and they slide the door shut. And Lauren's like, "Whoa, she talked to him as soon as last year. So the driver didn't die in the accident. He faked his own death." It's like, oh, poor Lauren girl. She has so many things hitting her at once. Why does that even surprise me at this point? She takes out a notebook, she drives it down, she's frustrated. Robin Delaney, driver, and then she shuts it, and then we have a parallel shut with the door that we have Fleming sitting there with cigar lady, a waitress, and the two of them, and the two vases. Cigar lady is Puffin, and we have Bella, Tim, and Flemings. And Tim says, "Thank you. You can leave us. We wish not to be disturbed." "All right, sir. If you need anything, ring the bell."
There are chopsticks on the bowls. Like those are the utensils that they're using.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would be shocked and dumbfounded if Tim Sake didn't have to ask for a fork, because I do not believe that he knows how to use chopsticks.
I can't use chopsticks either, so please don't put me in the same category.
I would be shocked if he took the time to learn how to do that.
Exactly. Like I think if he did try to use it, he would need like the training chopsticks.
Like the ones for like the little kids.
Yeah.
Wait. I guess in my defense, I never eat out, and I don't know because I never tried Chinese food.
Yeah.
Chinese.
I still mess up with my chopsticks, man.
I taught myself because I really wanted to learn how to. I don't think I hold them correctly, but I can use them well.
I'm very impressed.
That's all that you need.
We actually had a Chinese restaurant around the corner growing up, and my dad likes eating out, so he would take us every time my mom went away and he didn't want to cook, which was never. We would go there. But as an adult, I never eat out. So
at home, when we get Chinese food, they like never get chopsticks. Like it's so like local Chinese food, like for our country, that's like nobody knows how to use chopsticks. I only began to learn how to use chopsticks when I was a teenager, and we began to go to get sushi.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, my headcanon, Fake does not know how to use chopsticks.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that. So we now have Lauren. I just noticed the four of them look very like stiff. I feel like they're not very comfortable with each other. I mean, they're all like officially in the rebellion, right? You know, with Seven, but they don't feel like they have a very good rapport with each other. Like they don't feel friendly or social at all.
Like, when you're in a group project and like you're not friends with any of the people and you're just like, okay, so what are we gonna do, guys? Okay, you're gonna do that. Okay, I could do this. Okay, we'll message. We'll meet like in a few days, like right before it's due. Okay, cool, great, see ya, and that's it.
I think that if they were in school, like if they were all teenagers, Bella would be a bully and Sake would be bullied by her constantly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So you'd be the rich mean girl.
Yeah,
probably needs therapy,
Bella and Kieran and Sake are like her would be like her main targets.
Yeah, Kieran would be the guy who laughs at everything she does off, and he gets. Oh, wait! If we're gonna go for more like K-drama stuff, she would be the guy. She constantly picks on him, but really she's secretly in love with him, and she's like
a tsundere. Yes.
Right?
I don't know. Like, why be a tsundere for Karen when Naira Elena Darcy is right there? Like, you're not winning. You're just losing. Okay. Like, come on. Kieran and Naira Elena Darcy. One of them is not wanted for murder.
That we know of.
Well,
who knows?
We know of.
Wonder what Naira.
Fair enough, Bundin.
Knock on wood for your sake.
Oh yeah.
What if she becomes a murderer or something? I'm sorry. Not my fault.
Okay, look. I don't believe in the glorification of murder. However, I do believe in the empowerment of women.
I agree. The second that there is any morally gray female character that people start attacking, I will back them up. I don't care. I will back up the character.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bella, sure, she's killed a lot of people, but
however,
she's got great hair. So anyway, Lauren hoists herself up on a roof. Got good skills. She climbs up way high, and she is listening. And she hears, "Shh, wait for the messenger." And she sighs. Let's hope the rest goes smoothly. At which point, we hear a thump and see a shadow which is not Lauren. So
Wait,
so much for the going smoothly part.
Wait a minute. I could have sworn that we had that one panel of the shadow standing, and that's where it left off.
It is. That is where it leaves off.
No, but like
shadow.
I don't have it. The
You
one
don't
where
have
there's like someone standing, right?
Oh, no,
Like
it's just the shadow.
there's the shadow, but like we saw like the person actually standing. Not
That
just
was in the
Is that-
last episode.
is that the
we
No,
beginning
but
of-
that was like in the last
Wait,
episode.
is that the beginning
But it
of
like it would
the-
end off
next
on this
episode.
episode, and then the panel was reused in the next episode.
Mandela
Like, I could have sworn that was the
effect.
case.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, and apparently it's not. I'm like scrolling through the next episode to see if.
Yeah, we have one in the next episode, which we
Yeah,
just did.
we just did the next episode recording, so it is in.
Oh
the
yeah,
next
it's in the
episode.
next episode.
But
I
like,
think.
I
Well,
could've
wait.
sworn that episode was, or sorry, that panel was reused in the next episode, and that panel was the panel that this episode ended off on.
No, I remember this shadow being the ending because I was like, don't we see like a shadow, something or like something in the thing? But yeah,
Like it was the shadow, but then followed by that panel. I'm having a Mandela effect right now.
Mandela effect is a powerful thing.
What is it called?
I mean, there have been.
Mandela effect.
Mandela?
Mandela effect. It's Mandela effect. It's for Nelson Mandela because wasn't it like people didn't realize he was dead or something? Like he's not dead. Or it's like when you play Monopoly and everybody's like free parking is all the taxes that you get or all the things, and it's like nope, that's not a rule, but everybody thinks it's a rule.
Interesting. Mandela.
Yeah.
Fwoot, in your defense, I have gone and noticed that panels have changed. Like Soph for some reason changed
Yeah.
panels from like the early episodes. I don't think it happened here, but like I remember reading through and being that is like the tango scene
on.
that was
The tango
changed.
scene.
I'm gonna. Oh,
That's not
R.I.P. the dance scene. R.I.P.
No, the old one.
bad.
I liked the old one so much more.
I like the old one
Hold
so
on.
much
I'm
faster, too.
gonna have to ask the PH Discord for their input because I recall that panel of Kieran standing being in both episodes. So
There must be people who like screenshot these and like
Yeah,
all of that.
exactly.
So look for
I'm gonna have
people
to ask
who make
Minnie, I'm pretty
edits,
sure.
maybe.
he- Oh, that's true, Bundin. If I was super serious about it, I could scroll back all the way to 2020 on the PH hashtag and look for edits about episode.
Oh my God.
56.
Please
If
do
you were
not,
that
please.
serious. The tunnel vision.
Okay, I'm just gonna admit something really stupid. When I was younger, and whenever I had a crush on someone, you scroll all the way back on their Facebook till you get to the end.
Yes.
Oh
You're like,
no.
I just did that, really.
Hey, I understand that. Like you go like I did that with like my like people I knew. I would like go through like their entire Instagram and be like, and then like scroll, make my way up, be like, interesting.
I have been tempted to just like in like friends and stuff too, just like check, but I get too paranoid. I'm accidentally gonna like something, so I don't.
Yep. I'm an excellent stalker, so yes, I've definitely done that. I always laugh because of my job now. I literally get paid to stalk, so it's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to my current patrons: Susie, Lady Libris, Lily, Jenny, Haley, Maria, Molly, Veronica, Emily, Joe, Rochelle, Saucy Tuggles, Meg, Ann Rose, Priya, Alexa, Misty, Laura, Joanne, Patty, Jen, Emilda, Esther, I'm Watching You, Taurus, Poppy Seed, Marie, Jen, Emily, Jean, Jen, Erin, D, Kate, Lily, Beckett, and Duranda. Your support is truly appreciated.